Okay, this is where the timing is pretty painful, right? So our leader is now doomed, which means I think it's a 50% chance to die each turn. Even 3 turns ago, we were so optimistic. All right. Thracian raid. Oh, come on. So we're dying next turn. And our son, who's been fine, is now severely fucking ill. That sucks. That means the trained scholar, the guy we want leading the country, is going to give up to the foolish commander who, by being a leader, hoses my science globally. Nice. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's a problem for next turn. So let's see what we see. 2 more axes coming our way. 4 light chariots and a regular chariot. And 4 axes protecting that. It's a lot of units. All right. Well, let's start looking at some positions. Even Roman troops have finite range. Looks like a pretty nice hit. So the most dangerous unit here is the chariot, and then these light chariots. The axes are bad because the axes are going to murder the spearmen, but I need the spearmen to kill these horse units as much as possible. And once they've done that, they're just melee. I think these are better axes. Pretty certain. My unique units, I guess I'll have a look. 6.7 with the general. The general's only giving 3%. What are the axes? Axe base 5. Is his family unhappy with him? Yeah. Anyways, axe base 5, and these guys are base 6. So they are a stronger starting unit for this, which is good. I don't think I can give him more turns to dig in and fortify. I power spike this turn, right? Where all of my rushed units are now in position to attack. Right before my leader dies. And right before my next leader just dies. Which is fucking ridiculous, by the way. Alright. Of course, the moment my opponent attacks, the barbs raid. Discovered spoked wheels, chariots. We want to get one of those started this turn. I mean, severely ill is a very high chance of death. So it is extremely likely. This guy's doomed. So not only is he severely ill, he's also doomed. Dude, too bad. Even his weakness is restraints. Sucks. Okay. Well, we gotta make do. So where can these units go? Get to here. It's a nice big hit versus that horse unit. Got some commanders and some zealots. Is that enough? That is 4. That's 6. That's 5. Alright, what promotions are we working with here? Likes to be on hills. Likes to be versus ranged units. Likes damaged units. Actually hit fairly nicely versus these warriors too. Why so good? Just no base 5, no promotions kind of deal. The general is 20% combat damage, as well as friendly family plus 10%. Can we get the families even friendlier right now? So this is plus 200. Now, of course, that turn changes next turn too, when both of our families die. Like, both of our leaders die, which is fucking terrible too. Zealots hate scholars. So next turn we get a weakened purple team. Unless our son dies over the night, in which case it's commanders. And of course, our son is the leader of the family, of the military family, which means he loves us right now, but when he dies next turn, it's just third son. And there's not going to be any relationship modifiers, and we don't know who's going to be the head of the family. I'm going to get scammed so hard next turn. Honey and olives. I don't think we picked those up this turn. We picked up pearls. Actually, sending pearls to this family is relevant for once, although I don't think I have any of that. That's their family. It's just one of their units up here. But I do want to be very careful about keeping the families happy right now. The combat percentage boost is actually really meaningful. All right. So things to think about. So in other words, this is a good turn to attack. We're probably not getting stronger relative to our opponent in the next, I don't know, ages. So now we just need to line up attacks. So ideally we put our landowner units in the most vulnerable position, because after this turn they lose a lot of value. Is that true? Perhaps that's not true. We might lose champion unit value. All right, maybe the opposite of what I just said. We'll see. Okay, but let's try to get these attacks while we still have these positive modifiers. So this unit is quite slow. It can basically only reach these 2 tiles. Hits for 4.5 there, and hits for... It's weird because these are... units have 20 hit points. So when I say 4.5, it's actually hitting for... What is that? 9, right? Damage. But anyways, I like counting the pips. It's easier to think about it. So it does 4.5 to either. Okay. Our Stastis does a solid 5 to the front one, and 4 to the other, or 4.5 to the other. Why is that? A round of fortification? No. Is this family a different family? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Isn't it doing... No, it's because it's already wounded. I'm just seeing the missing pips, not the damage dealt. Okay, that's what the deal is. Okay. So 5 and 3. Could absolutely kill that unit just straight out from here. And killing some of the units in front of the chariot lets me slip spears in there, which I'd really like to do. I think of the locations to attack, that's decent. Also sets up experience fine. So let's get in here, take our first attack. Complete kills in this game are absolutely essential. Okay. Alright, I have 2 spears. Can I kill anything in here? Also, what are the promotions here? Combat, Saddleborn, Saddleborn. So I could get to there. We hit 4, 4.5 on either. I don't think these units are not infantry, the chariots, so I'm pretty sure they get no bonus from being in that territory. So that's a don't know, because 4.5 This unit gets a modifier for being next to its friendly units that won't be calculated on the combat preview from its commander general. So possibly here and here kills the chariot, and possibly it doesn't. I could move the chariot in, or the, not the chariot, the spear in first and see. But it does give up a unit to attack this guy with. Alright, where can this unit move? Here and here. Do I have another spear somewhere? Yeah, I got 3 in here. Where else can this unit go? Nowhere. No adjacent unit types for the commander there. It's a nice hit. I'd like to kill that chariot. Chariots are scary. Melee and infantry. So bonus wise, double combat bonus is there for 15%. This is a 20% bonus if we're adjacent, right? And are we stronger because of our unit? Yeah, he's actually pretty strong. Okay, so if we're trying to do 2 spear attacks to kill that chariot, we want to use the weakest attacks we have available to us. This is going to be infantry and melee is 20% versus something like, well, I guess if I'm not attacking these spears. So I guess this is actually best served on attacking the horse. The horse is at least melee, the cav. And then these other bonuses are applicable to everything. Okay. So the assumption then is she's not particularly strong either. We don't need a lot of extra damage, right? So if we get in there and attack first with the tactician here, attack the chariot. I have to force march. Am I okay with that? I think I need unit strength here. I seem to have a lot of orders and a lot of training. I think we do it. Let's go there. Hill promotion. No adjacencies. Zealot next to. Is there a hill anywhere near this unit? There's not. I want to kill this chariot too. So probably we want her on the hill. No adjacency sucks for the commander bonus not being active. These other 2 units are better versus this thing, and I want to kill that thing as well. Although 5 could get there without. Well, I want to run there. We might have to force march again. How much damage does our thrower do? 2.5, nowhere near enough. Alright, we're also going to do this. These units are going to get mauled by these axes. Nothing I can do about that. So I want to complete kill this chariot, and I want to complete kill that unit. And then I want to rush probably a chariot somewhere, if I can. Alright, let's do anything we have to do down here. Actually, this camp is protected now. We could just back up. I don't know if we'll survive that. I guess the city's repairing, annoyingly. Fucking barbs. The rest of that I don't really care about. So let's save the orders in case we need them. Especially if we're going to do a couple force marches over here, and it looks like we probably are going to be needing to. Alright, that said, 3.5. So a force march there will kill the chariot. I don't necessarily wish to commit a warrior in, because the warrior is better serves us by being promoted to a spear, where we get the combat strength from being a spear. So I'd rather promote that. But if we might need that damage. So looking at these other spots. 4. And 5 is 9, but not 10. Does the slinger do 1 somewhere? Does 2. So we can use 2 spears and a slinger to kill that light chariot. We have 2 spears and a slinger. I think I said that backwards. Also got a worker who can road here. So I might not have to force march over there. I built a road. So let's say 1, 2. Does 1 extra tile get us there? I don't know. I think city center counts as roaded, I think. I think we get there with 1. If I put a road there, I think we get there in 1. Now I'd like the... This one goes 1. That's not going to get cheaper. It's 2/3 for road. It's not going to get cheaper either. So I can't get there, I don't think, without force march on that unit. Now, what's the difference? The difference is I kind of would like the zealot closer to the... The zealot has 1 extra hit, basically. When it's at... It doesn't die until it's at 1... It has to go to 1 HP before it can die. That's what the general bonus does for it. And I kind of want... I kind of would prefer to have that unit, the unit facing the axes, essentially. Now, it may not matter. My opponent's going to move things around. And it's going to be a bloody turn. I mean, these things do a lot of damage. But it's do or die, right? Zealot there is also very good. And if the damage doesn't matter, I'd rather have the commander next to an adjacent unit, which is basically there. If we do enough damage, if we do 4 and 4.5 and 2 off the slinger, that's 10. 10.5 in fact, so that's probably fine. So we could run the zealot between the spears, which seems okay. And we want to, this unit's gonna die. So we hit with this unit first, and this unit. Then we want that to there. I don't think I can make that quicker, and that to there. So it's going to be a force march. Doesn't make sense to do the road. It's not going to change anything. So it's control click there. Then here. Where's the general? Don't know which is more likely to survive, but this unit is going to get the promotion sooner. Oh, right. We should get the slinger in if that's the case too. And I could actually sling from there. I don't know why I'd want to be there. Who wants to? I mean, probably the slinger wants the experience. I mean that just might die though, right? I don't know. It's nice to have a ranged unit that you can hide in walls. And I feel like both these units are going to be removed from the field, so maybe it's okay. All right, 8 actions left. Not a lot. Any military to move? I think that's all of our military that's available. The high priority next items are something like get an attack off down here to prevent the barb damage. We need to get a chariot going. Can I rush a chariot here? I don't have any saddleborn characters. Oh, I don't have horses here. So that's a no. Where do I have horses then? No horses here, horses here. Horses there, but they're not improved. No horses there. So it's either the capital, which is building a unit we really care about, or it is this city. So this city is going to rush a chariot. Can't afford a chariot right now. I'm missing wood. Can buy it, which is fine. I don't know if I'm going to have the civics either. It's still a question mark. I have some chops hidden behind this worker. This worker can also chop. Take another decree for next turn. I need to upgrade this and build a chariot. So I need 100 wood this turn. 100 wood's going to be expensive to buy. Cancel one of the spears, or I don't want to. This unit can also chop. It's 4 to chop both. So now actions are a little bit more valuable. We burnt a lot of our training rate reserve. Burnt almost all of our civics rate reserve. This unit can also chop. We have lumber mill tech too. Would kind of be nice to start some friggin' lumber mills. I don't think that's gonna be. I don't think that's super high priority right now. Yeah. I don't want to chop that one. It's a protective bonus for the guy we're on, but that would be okay. 1, 2, chop them both. So I could get up to 4 chops right now for 8 actions, which is 20 is 80. I only have to buy a little bit. Question is, do I have no other combat moves I want to make? I lose a whole chop to move and take an attack. It is 2.5 damage to this unit, which is maybe okay. What is this? Is this a thrower? Yeah. Could bunk up in the city walls to hide, but we're probably going to want to hide with the leader there. So it's probably there. How much damage do we take? Quite a lot. So I might have to do that. No reinforcements next turn kind of sucks. We're getting super penalized right now because severely ill is also a minus military penalty, like training rate. And we have both our son and our leader are governors right now, which means these cities here are losing training rate. And I'm pretty sure this was a 3-turn build last turn. I think we're missing it by some small percentage from that change. In other words, I think we added a turn, which sucks. I also wouldn't mind building things over here. Strongholds coming up. Really need lumber mills in here, although we don't know if we're holding the city yet. Could use governor in here. Not a lot there, option-wise. I don't get why this guy, General Manius the Tracker, who's a hero, why can he be a governor? Like, I was pretty certain hero can't be governor. Or is it just your courtiers can be anything? Like if I were to attach, so this is a judge. Judges can't be military leaders. Can I just attach Cato to this? Yeah, that's what it looks like. It must be. Looks like I didn't realize that. That's interesting. So it looks like the courtiers can be pretty much anything. This means he's probably not best served as being a hero. It's a lot of power, but it's also a lot of training rate as a governor. He should probably be pulled off into like the city when we can. I actually do that, even though he is a currently... I mean, I probably won't until the unit gets killed, but at least it's worth thinking about. Anyways. Okay, getting sidetracked. So what are we doing? We need to get a horse rushed, and we need to upgrade this unit. To do that, we need 100 wood. So what's the best way for the 80? Shit, there's much more to buy. We have a big chunk of cash, though. Can't do anything with our cash. We can rush specialists and judge cities, which we have neither of. So we are... probably need to mitigate this. With only a warrior and a thrower, it's going to take 1,000,000 damage if we don't do something about this. So let's start doing something about that. There's 2 actions. We're going to do some chops. Something like here. What are we doing in the city with this worker later? Wonder, probably, right? And lumber mills. We go there, chop. There, chop. There, chop. Okay. Didn't trade the Lux, sadly. Could do that next turn, though. Let's make sure we remind ourselves about the Lux. All right. Okay, so the rest of that needs to... Oh, I didn't save enough military points to upgrade him. Fuck, I forgot about that. Is it 1? I might buy 1. Yeah. I do need the unit, though, sadly. So we're going to have to buy 1. That's a mistake. I'd rather buy this stage of military. I'd rather buy resources than buy orders. But sometimes you make mistakes. All right, we need a horse here. And this needs to be rushed. We can afford it. Really close to 411 out of 400 out of 411. Okay. And then we need to choose tech. I have 1 slinger right now. We are building a 2nd slinger. But archers are a lot of wood. They're not particularly strong. They're okay in this terrain, since this terrain is hilly, which doesn't help archers but doesn't hurt them, and there's not a lot of wooded stuff, which is okay for them as well. It's just not a very exciting unit for me right now. Question is, what are these other techs more useful? Machinery will be more useful, and actually steel isn't very helpful for us, but if we look at the rest of these, we have to take the blue ones. What's the best reroll? I don't think we have camels, although camel archers are a little bit interesting. A free tech card for a military unit might be the difference between winning or losing right now. That includes an archer, since the archer doesn't cost me wood to do that. I like coinage, but we're nowhere near it. Monasticism is very useful for lots of things, but not for surviving this attack. So it's going to be one of the... And Portcullis lets me build moats. Free Maceman as a tech too. Off Portcullis. Is this an available option? So all 3 of those give unit cards. This one has 2 unit cards, which is 2 draws at them, which is a higher probability of hitting those. I don't really like land consolidation is the problem, and I don't really want that tech. I don't want composite bow tech either. I don't think it does anything either. These are kind of a dead end. Spyman tech is good, but only once you have cartography. And I mean, we have all the... Well, we don't have all the prereqs for cartography. Can I get all agents with just this tech? I don't know. I think this is also agent tech. So there's something about this. This isn't terrible. I don't know how many schemers we have. We should have a look. We got a lot of available schemers. These are not schemers. These are available agents. I lied. We have 3 schemers. And the rate my people are dying, God alone knows what that would be by the time we get there. I'm a little tempted for that. War Elephant would be fine, but not exciting. Same with the Camel Archer. Camel Archers are okay counters to his dudes there. Both are very far off. I think we choose for the future, which is probably monasticism, honestly. It's going to be pretty annoying if we don't get there. So what is the limiting factor on our military production right now? It's essentially we don't have enough strongholds to build enough of our unique units, but we're finishing a stronghold in 4 there and a stronghold in 3 there. The tech's not going to change any of that. And then the second thing is we just don't have enough basic units to fight right now. Our tech card might change that. I mean, if we had our scholar, we could pretty much force the military card. But our scholar's very likely dead. And then we're going to lose a 4 wisdom character and a 6 wisdom character in the same turn. Our tech is just going to go to nowhere. It's going to just disappear. Culture portion of this ever relevant to us? Military family wants wine. We have wine in our borders. It's going to be big stats with that family. The other one is dyes. Do we have dyes in our camp? I don't know how to tell if we have it in our borders or not. I don't know if there's an action indicator. That's not even wine, that's lavender. We've got wine in our borders over here though. I don't know what dyes look like particularly. All right, I think I'm just gonna take land consolidation as much as I hate this tech. Okay, it gives me 2 rolls at a military unit. The military unit is not particularly great for our position, but it's fine. And it gives us the tech to bring up. That's incense. Is it dyes up there too anyway? Anyways, okay, so that's fine. We're gonna do that. Any other positions that want to train military units? I don't think so. I think we are good everywhere else. All right, let's send it back then. Scary turn.